Good evening. My name is Kwabena. Welcome. I want to share with you how to handle a tough moment. If you live on this earth and you are a human being, the likelihood is that you have experienced some difficult moment in your life. Every one of us has experienced a difficult moment, whether it was the exams that you were writing that you didn't pass, whether you lost your mother or your father or your siblings, or you lost a friend, disagreement, whether you lost some money. Every one of us has gone through some bit of tough moment. I would say this because based on what I know as somebody who has tried to build a business entrepreneur. But you can experience tough moments in maybe you experience failure in marriage, in business. Maybe a project did not work out as you expected it to go. Maybe your finances did not go as you expected it to go. Some people experience health issues. Some people experience relationship issues. Tough moments. How do you stay when everything is going down? When all that you set out to do is going down on you? How do you hold that moment? Our background has a lot to do with how we handle. Our background has a lot to teach us as to how we handle difficulties as we grow in any endeavor that we find ourselves in. When you were in school, the exams that you if you were the first person in your class, for instance, and somebody beat you, maybe in the primary school or in junior secondary, you if you're a very good student, you don't want to experience failing in a course or failing in a class. You condition that you think that if you want to succeed, then you have to pass all the courses. And so the moment you experience a failure, you become very disturbed. Now, most of us carry that kind of condition or conditioning into real life. So when you set out to do anything and you experience failure, you get pained. You don't understand why you should experience failure. But the reality is that in this life, if you dare to try anything, there will be difficult moments. There will be tough times. How do you handle these tough times? If you're oversensitive to what people think, if you're oversensitive to the culture, to the sociology, difficult moments will get to you so easily because you worry so much about what people are saying about you, what people think. You have to come to a point where you say that, listen, the failing moment or the tough time moment in myself are separate things. You should be able to separate yourself from the difficult moment. You should be able to recondition or re-engineer your mind to say that this is the difficult moment. I may have created it, but I am an independent person from this moment that I'm going through. If you're not able to do that, then everything that is going wrong around you, you will believe it. Yet you are the only person who should be able to separate yourself from these difficult moments and look back and say that, listen, yes, it's a tough moment, but it's no more than me. I can solve it myself. I can deal with it. If you're not able to do that, then difficult moments will destroy you. For instance, if you're into business, a lot of the things that you do, there'll be tough times. There'll be shortage of cash. There'll be a lot of disagreement on things that you do. There will be plans that you set out to do that will not go as you expected them to go. The difficult moments can be one moment, even from one stage of growth to the other. There will be there will be difficult moment. If you're not able to separate yourself from that, you can move forward. And a lot of it has to do with our conditioning, because when you're growing up is more perfect. You have to pass the exam, you have to go to the next class, and that's why sometimes I think the people who are very good in school in terms of getting all the subjects right find it difficult to take a lot of projects so far as life is concerned. Take risk so far as life is concerned, because when you take any territory that you have never taken, it's unknown, it shakes you. You become very uncomfortable. Why? Because you don't want to fail with that which you are set out to do. But you have to understand that the world is not perfect. People are not perfect, and you yourself are not perfect. So when things go wrong, you should be able to forgive yourself, to say that, listen, yes, I set out to do this. It's not gone as I expected it to go, but I am separate from that. And this condition, this difficult moment cannot break me, cannot ground me, cannot stop me. I should be able to get above this difficult moment. It's mental conditioning. You should be able to believe that, listen, I am way high, I'm way more powerful than this moment, than this tough moment. One of the things that difficult moments will also show you is that they show you that you are not as much powerful as you thought you were. And then it will show you those who believe in you and those who believe in your dream and those who were on your side before the tough moment came. And so and they also get you better, even though you don't want the pain, but the pain will develop you to become a better person. And that's why you get to take more load, because you are able to handle discomfort, tough, difficult situations. We have had projects that we have been on, that the projects we did a lot of our calculations, things were very right, fantastic. And then you get on the project and you see that, listen, nothing is going as planned. What do? Do you kill yourself? Or maybe you took some kind of facility and it did not go as you planned. Everybody is blaming you. What do? You should be able to know that, listen, this thing happened. It happened. I am not that person, or I am not that situation. This is me. I can better myself. I believe that when you are going through tough times, you should be able to up your knowledge. Read about people who have gone through the same kind of situation and how they handled them. You're not the first person to go through that kind of situation. And you should also be able to create a niche, a kind of environment for yourself where the people who are talking to you every day are not the ones who are seeing all the negative things that you have done, all the bad things that you have done, because that will sink your spirit. You may not be able to live above that kind of condition. Should you deny the condition? I don't think so. If you took a business and you are in debt, I don't think you should deny the fact that the business is in debt or you owe. You should accept that you made errors and the condition is bad, but you are the same person to solve that situation. You become better if you appreciate the situation as it is. And the mistakes, yes, you have made them. So what do? You cut them. Who has never made any of those mistakes? Whether it's a marriage that did not work, somebody has made that kind of mistake. Should you stop trying another one? I don't think so. Maybe you sit back to do your auditing and do your analysis and see where you went wrong, and give yourself some time and correct them and get to the next stage. The sociology, the culture that you're trying to appease everybody, make everybody happy, is what weighs people down. You should be a person who has a very strong mind, not to look at what people will think. And the other thing that gets us to be worried about difficult moments and failure and mistakes, when you also compare yourself so much as if you are in this life trying to compete with the other person. And so that if the other person has a first degree and you have not gone for your first degree, then it means that you're failing. It's not true. It's not true. Or the other person has 3 businesses and you have 1 business, it means you're failing. Or the other person did 100,000 revenue in a year and you did 2,000 because of the difficulties that you made in it, you're failing. No, the other person may have endured his difficult moments, and he may have become better, and he may have become more skilled. And maybe you are also going through that phase in your life. How about when the other person starts to also go through that phase in their life? What do? Would you also stop and go and join them because they're going through that phase in their lives? No. So we are different people with different agenda, with different focus, with different goals. So tough moment, you don't compare yourself with your other friend or with your other colleague. No, you look at what you have been able to achieve with your life. You do the analysis, and you see that not everything, as a matter of fact, is going badly as you think. Some things may be going on right good in your life, even at the moment that things are so much badly positioned, you may think. Because if you don't learn to be grateful, then everything will eat you up. Grateful people are able to endure pain, are able to see better, are able to look ahead. But if you become ungrateful when it's just about yourself, and it eats you because it's about yourself, the pain is heavy because you're thinking of yourself. The moment you're able to look beyond yourself, the pain comes down. And selfishness is one of the reasons why mistakes are exaggerated, because it's only me. Why should it happen to me? Why should it happen to me? Why me this time? Why this? If you're that kind of person, pain will always be exaggerated. And that's why some things that people will not even call tough times, you will call tough times because it's linked to you. And why should you be the person experiencing this at this time? But why should you not be? Because you live on this side. Tough moments come to people at separate times, so you should grasp that thing. And that is what separates successful people from unsuccessful people. People who have been able to achieve something with their lives and people who have not been able to achieve anything with their lives. Because people who achieve something with their life, some things in their lives, are able to put up with a lot of pain and keep growing and keep going and keep moving and keep adding value to themselves. Because if you continue to add value to yourself, then that thing that you felt was that difficult, a time will come and you look back and you see that thing was not even that much difficult as you thought. But you saw it as difficult because at that time, that was how much your ability could handle. So tough moment, yes, everybody has their tough moment, but it's really tough moment relating to how strong you are at a particular time in your life. So you condition yourself that, listen, I'm a lion, I'm a killer, this situation cannot kill me. If you have that thinking, then nothing can break you. And it's not like some demon is doing you, that's why all these difficulties are. No, you only felt is a problem because you set that goal to achieve something. And the moment you set that goal to achieve something, everything will come to test that if you believe that goal you set, if you believe enough in yourself to achieve that goal. So tough moments, they will test everybody. They come. Is it once? I'm not sure. It will come every time that you set out to do something. You have to know that when the moments are difficult, another day will come. As a matter of fact, some things you may not even have to do some things about it. With time, those things that got your attention so much that you thought could never go start to even fade out. So time itself can even separate some difficulties, and some of them will be the fact that you also have to become better. But you should not live your life thinking that you will never meet a difficult moment. Everybody will meet difficult moment. Are they supposed to destroy you? No, they are not supposed to destroy you. They are supposed to make you better. Should you be the person? Should you add yourself or separate yourself from the difficult moment? Yes, separate. You are a separate person from the moment. That just as when let's say if you create anything, maybe you create a phone, You are not the phone. So your moment is a product that you created. It's a wrong product, but you are not that moment. Side of you created that error, so you are separate. If you don't do that, then a lot of things will worry you all your life. You become oversensitive, and competition does not help anybody. You are not in competition with anybody in this life. You only set competition really for yourself. What you were yesterday and what you become tomorrow is you, one way or the other. That's why we come alone and we go alone. So it really is you. So difficult moments, yes, they will come all the time. How do you handle them? You become better, separate yourself from them, and one difficult moment qualifies you to the next difficult moment, and that's why you continue to grow to become a better person. You have one business, you have this kind of challenges, maybe 2. If you create another business, you have 4 or 5 or 10. But then because you have created 2, 3, 4 businesses, you are learning to grow, you are learning to do more with your skills. So if you don't want trouble, then don't try anything. But once you try something, then you know that there will be tough times. There will be times that you would have to deal with what people call sleepless. I don't think you should not sleep. If you have difficult moments, should you not sleep? Sleep. If people misunderstand you, should you not sleep? Sleep. Relax. Get to the solution, and the solution is yourself. The solution is not with the other person. The solution is always with you, because you created it in the first place. And if you up your game, you'll be able to handle that moment. We live in a culture that is driven seriously by so to say, I think it's driven by looking for what should I say? A lot of the people that we call experts, a lot of people that we consult, a lot of the people who are talking to us all the time. If you're a business person, a lot of them have not done what you have done. So even what fills your mind in terms of the time that you are going through, if you listen to a lot of these experts who have never done it, you'll be broken. You will not go again. Why? Because most of them have never done it. The culture is more employee driven than entrepreneurial driven. We are yet to move to that stage where we celebrate people who are doing businesses. And so and you see a lot of business people go through a lot of pain, a lot of difficulties, a lot of tough times. And who did they talk to? Who you talk to when you have a lot of difficulties will decide whether you'll be able to solve that problem quickly or you will just be there. So people want to achieve something with their life. Everybody wants to be successful at something. Once you want to be successful, there will be challenges, there will be difficulties, there will be problems. It can come in the form of relationship, it can come in the form of money, it can come in the systems that you're using, it can come in any form. But once they come, it does not mean that they should destroy you. You should be able to say that I set this problem aside because I decided to. For instance, if you have marriage difficulty or you divorce, there was a time that you had the opportunity not to marry that person, so that was a choice. So the same, there was a time that you could have decided that I will not even do this business, and so you decided to do this business, and then you have these problems coming. There was a time that you could have decided that, listen, I will not take this facility, I will not take this loan. Now you took it, and so the problems that have come, no, do you run away? No, you stay and you solve it. If you run away, it will come again. You will not be able to solve it. You run away, you will not be able to develop the skill, the nutrients to solve it. But if you stay and solve it and get better, we qualify for the next stage. And so no matter what you are going through, no matter what you may call failure, understand that everything that you have to solve that situation, to go to the next step, is with you. You just have to change the way you look at the whole issue. And blame people? No, never blame people. Even though people may have contributed to it, there's no need, because they may not even record that they put you in that problem in the first place. So if you keep blaming them, then you become bitter, and the moment you are bitter, you may not be able to solve it, and the bitterness will stay with you. So, and of course, every problem, every challenge, every tough moment, somebody was there. It came through somebody, it came through your friend, came to somebody. But you cannot blame them. And you don't even have to blame yourself. You just have to accept the responsibility that yes, this mess is mine. I have to solve it. I have to solve it. And the moment you get that kind of thinking, then nothing can destroy you. Do you have to run to preachers, from one preacher or from one pastor to the other, or from one malam to the other to solve your problems for you? I don't think so. I think that if you're a Christian, get to the Bible. If you have to pray to God, do it. It may make you comfortable and stable. But no problem is more difficult than what you think can destroy you. No, it can destroy you when you are running away from it. If you stay and you confront it, it will not destroy you. It will never destroy you. It's not even come to destroy you. It's come to get you to the next stage, to get you to become better. And so you develop yourself. Understand that a tough moment will come. It will be painful, and pain is part of life. Projects that you set out to do can fail. A business that you set up to do can fail. You can lose money. You can lose people. The thing that you were so much passionate about, maybe when you start to hit the ground, you can see that yes, there were difficulties. They should not break you. You should have that thinking of a lion, of a king, of a killer. That mind you should have that mind. Never let any problem become so powerful more than you. No. If the problem becomes so much powerful more than you in your mind, you're defeated. You should separate yourself. Enjoy your life whilst you continue to solve the problems. Cry? I don't think so. Weep? I don't think so. Confront the problem. Solve it. Take full responsibility. If it's debt, don't cry. Stay with it. Fight back. If you have to do more to get more revenue to solve it, yes. If you have to go and renegotiate, go and renegotiate. That's how people become better. Fight it. If it's anything that you know is more than you, another person's choice is involved, that's different. But a lot of the things that we call problems are things that we are equipped to solve. Even if not at this moment, there are things that you can just get another knowledge, and with just a little patience, you will see that you'll be able to resolve a lot of them. And that's why you become better. You are not that people think that they are perfect, so they can understand why that thing had to happen to them. You're not that perfect. You're human. You're living on this earth. Things go wrong. So don't kill yourself if the moment is very difficult for you. Don't kill yourself. If you made mistake, don't kill yourself. Don't beat yourself so much down. You may have lost money or time, yes, but who hasn't? So you fight. Look at the situation differently all the time. If you don't do that, then you'll not be able to try anything. Some people, you can start something with them and it fails, and they become so pained that they don't want to start anything at all again. No. So what are you going to do? If you don't want to start anything at all again, what are you going to do? You will never live again. You live again. So even our children, you tell them once in a while, you let your children experience these things. It's not like your children just have to be perfect 100%, 30%, always. No, because tough times will come. And they should be able to handle the tough moment. So if you are shielding them all the time from pain, you're not helping them. And that's why the guy on the street, who didn't have any parent, is more able to endure pain and fight back than the other one who was shielded by their parents. When there's a little problem, you see that they become broken. They become broken because they can't understand that this thing happened to them, and it's so painful. And the more you train your children to also be selfless, they will know that when there's a difficult moment, it's not about them. It's about the situation. So these are the things that I think that when you set up to do anything and it fails, it's not unique. You're not the first one. As a matter of fact, it's part of the process. The difficulties, the challenges, the problems, they're part of the process. Especially if you didn't start with a lot, they're part of the process. Even if you have money, there will be other forms of problems. If you don't have money and you have the others, there will be other forms of problems. Problems are part of you daring to do anything. So don't let them kill you. Don't let them make you unhappy. No. And that you can't even sleep. No. Fight back. If you fail, if they run away with your money, you have better sense now. Now you will know who. When they came and they dressed nice and you believe them, something hit you that this guy is dishonest. But you went ahead and gave them that money. I'm sure the next time that you meet anybody who looks like that, you'll be more conscious. You'll be better informed as to this kind of people. This is how they behave. So you become equipped. This is how you're also you're gathering your expertise by you going and enduring the tough moment. If that marriage didn't work, does that mean the other one can work? The other one can work. If that girlfriend moved, does not mean the other one will not see anything good in you. So tough moments, yes, they are part of life. Don't let people deceive you that because you have difficulties, it means that you are cursed or something. Don't believe that. The power is in you. The power is in your hand. Especially if you're a Christian, the fullness of God is in Christ. His wisdom, His knowledge, His understanding dwells in us. His Spirit is in us. He himself endured a lot of things in His bid to achieve His goal on earth. So what makes you think that when you set up to do something, you will not endure anything? You would endure anything. And entrepreneurship is not different. Business is not different. No matter the difficulties in the economy, no matter the difficulties in the sector of business that you have, don't kill yourself. If the business fails, start another one. Because we need people to start, to learn, to build. If you brought money to your country to build something and they squandered the money, yes, it's painful. Does that mean you don't trust people again? No. The only thing is that this next time around you have to have better criteria for picking whoever should handle your money to do the project that you want to do. It does not mean that people are not trustworthy. They may not be in the majority, but somebody is there. So if you set out something and you met problems, it's a sign that you're busy. You are trying to do something with your life. Those who never meet any problem are people who never start anything at all. And those who kill themselves or who beat themselves so high is because they think that they are perfect, they are genius, and why should this thing happen to them? But it's this world. Things happen. Things happen. So once things happen, you should know that you can also be part of that kind of group of people who experience failure in achieving their goals. So difficult moments, yes. Are they rare? Yes. Are they satanic and demonic? I'm not sure. Are you your problems? No. Are you your mistakes and difficulties? No. They are separate. They are separate. And same, if I meet difficulties, that's how I interpret things. If I set up a project and fail, and I've had a lot of them that didn't work, why do I keep going? I keep going because I can't stop. But do I go on the same path? No. The other one that does not work, inform me of what will work. And that's why you get to do more. That's why you get to do more, because you keep going, you keep trying, you keep moving. If you are looking for a perfect moment that you have no problem, you wait for a long time. No. So keep going, keep trying, keep pushing, never give up. If it doesn't work, another one will work. Become better. Get books. That thing that the area that you failed is because the knowledge there was not that strong. That's why we failed. The area that we are experiencing the pain is because the knowledge there it's not working. We are not skilled in that area. That's why we are pain. That's why we are facing problems there. So we become better. How do you get knowledge of that? We get relevant books to learn. If it's finances, it means that your financial knowledge is weak, or the way you apply that knowledge is weak. So you talk to people who have done it well, and get that and apply, and you see that you become better. Anything. If it's a project that you are facing a lot of difficulties on, it's because you didn't design the project well. So you get somebody who has done it or who understands it better, and then ask them the questions. I'm having so many difficulties here. What do I do? And just 1 second or two minutes with somebody who has done it will shift your mind. But until then, don't kill yourself. Don't feel that you are the only one that the whole world is coming against. No, fight back. If you have that boldness, fight back. Have that boldness, have that courage. Fight back to become better. Fight to solve the problem. Don't shy. Some people start businesses and go for loan, and they are looking for them, and they start to run away. Don't run away. They won't kill you. They won't jail you. Go and meet them. Negotiate. It doesn't matter if they laugh at you. It doesn't. When you succeed, the same people will look back and say, yeah, that guy was strong. So that is how it is. If everybody runs away, doesn't matter. You stay. And develop your values. Don't cut corners. Don't. Sometimes the tough moment came because we are trying to be too clever, or we were trying to be impatient. That's why the difficulties came. Or we overlook the things that were so clear that this thing will not work. But now that the problem is there, separate yourself from the problem. Separate yourself. You're different from the problem. You're different. If you get that right, you will get a lot of things right. And 2, own up. Say that I have what it takes to solve this problem. I have what it takes. No matter how many years that it takes, I will solve this problem. And the timeline on the problem, a lot of them is related to the timelines that you become better in solving those. So that's what I have on tough moment. Try. You are looking for a job, you are not finding it. That's a tough moment for you. Don't become despondent. Don't become discouraged. Fight back. Are you impotent? No, you are not. Just a situation. You see, so the difficulty should not also destroy your identity. The identity that you have, the consciousness that you have of yourself, the value that you have for yourself. The difficulty should not get to that. You fail the exam, and therefore you think that you are worth for nothing. No. It's the exam you fail. You can write again. So you are separate from that. I think that's why God could separate himself from the failure of the first people that he created. They failed, but he still existed to be God. So how can you set something and it fails and you think that you are that thing? You are not that thing. That thing fails. That you can do another thing that will succeed. So difficult moments, they should not kill you. If you don't want to become anything, then don't start to do anything. Difficult moments should not kill you. Difficult moments should rather get you up to think and to grow. Maybe you are even impatient. That's why the thing didn't work out. But fight back. It's the only thing. Fight back. It's nobody's responsibility. It's your responsibility. It's your life. If there is success, it's yours. So why should the failure not be yours? If you become the billionaire, you will tell people that I'm the billionaire. So when you're in deficit, that is also yours. You solve them yourself. That's why they tell people that you're separate from your success, which I believe so, because you are not the house that you build. You are not the car that you drive. You are not the degree that you hold. If you confuse your identity with those things and there's a problem with them, you see that you're lost. But you are a human being gifted by God. You're separate from every other thing that happens to you. You should be able to have that kind of thinking. If you're not able to have that kind of thinking, then life becomes difficult. Because almost all the time, there's one aspect of life that is in trouble. whether it's finance, whether it's your health, whether it's your relationship, whether it's your, anything that concerns life that makes people happy. Every now and then there will be a bit of it which is not as you want it to be. So you have to have that mind. You have to have that mind that I'm separate from this. My happiness, my joy, my creativity, my productivity are separate from this. You should be able to have that, and stop running to people for solutions all the time. They say bring this, go to Malam for money, and don't do that. Those things are so many. They take the strength from you. They take the boldness, the skill, the humanity from you. Because you go, they trash everything. And this guy that you're running to, most of these guys have never worked, have no financial knowledge, have nothing, have no exposure. They just conjure something and throw it at you, and you believe it. And most people are doing that, and it's wrong. Don't throw your power away. The fact that you have difficult time does not mean you should just run to anybody. You marry how you want to have a child, and then you run to everybody, every stupid guy. You run to them because you need solutions. No, have some dignity. Then why did you develop yourself up to this point? Just because of it. What you don't know is that guy also has difficulty. And so who does he also run to? A lot of the problems that we meet, they are within our reach. We can manage them. We can solve them. We just have to accept that, yes, this is difficult. I can solve this. I have this power to solve this. And you keep at it. Everybody has a problem that they're dealing with, because it's not the perfect world yet. And so separate your joy and your happiness from that which is going wrong in your life. Do you share it and act as if that is not there? No. You go at it, you solve it. But it should not take your joy. It should not make you unhappy. It should not make you like you're a failure. No. A lot of people have stories that they can turn into something more prominent. But because they failed at something, they feel that thing should not allow them to even share with other people. You failed at it. It does not mean that you don't know the other thing that the other people know. Don't compare yourself to anybody. Compare yourself with your goal. Compare yourself with your goal. That person has achieved financial success. Yes. But maybe you have other areas that you are more successful than that person. So why do you just use that thing that he beats you, so to say, even if you have to compare them, to put yourself down? No. Don't put yourself down. Go at it. Set your life. Sit down, re-strategize. Systemize your goals. Re-strategize. You see that you have a lot that you can use to solve a lot of problems than you run into everybody for help. I know that all human beings are endowed to get ahead in life. The only thing is that they exaggerate their difficulties. They exaggerate their problems. They exaggerate their tough moment, the difficult times. They exaggerate them. Don't exaggerate yours. No, don't. Separate yourself from them, and you see that you get to a point that you have become better. And the same you use in starting a business. Same thing. If you don't solve these things at the personal level, don't try to go into business thinking that it will solve, because a lot of what you're doing in business, anything that you start to do, whether you're selling any product, you're selling any service, you're on a project, the same, because the problems will keep coming. If your disposition is that any mistake is mine, why should it happen to me? Why should I lose this money? Then you kill yourself when you start a business, because the problems will be so many. I have friends who, whenever they meet problems on your business, they try to link it to themselves. Don't never. I tell them, no. Why do you link it to yourself? Some of them even try to look for spiritual solutions, superstition and all that. No. Don't link them to yourself. Separate yourself. Nobody is better than you. Nobody is better than you. Nobody is better than you. And so, hey, Gaudis, I'm not sweating. I didn't put the thing on. But, so that's what I would say. Separate yourself from the problem. Set the goals. Nobody is better than you, Nobody. Nobody. If they beat you in school, does not mean that they will beat you in life. No. You are gifted differently. But if you're not able to handle the difficult times, then you'll be. You know, a lot of us in Africa. The other day, the president said that we cannot sit down and keep looking for help. And I think the same thinking that they use it at the top, we are using it in our personal lives as well. We are waiting for somebody to help us all the time. We are waiting for somebody to give us handout all the time. Especially when you are hit. You know, when there's a problem, they're looking for Israel, they're looking for America. No, why don't you look within and look for the answer? You know, and the moment you look for the answer, if you're not able to solve it 100%, you'll be able to solve it maybe 10%. The next time you meet another problem, you see that you go to 15%. The next time you meet another problem, you see that you are getting better at it. The people that you so much admire, that you think that they are so much successful, they're all humans like us. You know, they all have the things that they're dealing with. They may not tell us. The same thing. So when you meet a lot of challenges or tough moments, don't kill yourself. Fight for it. Go for it. Once any goal that you set for yourself is possible. It's possible if you keep at it. You may not achieve it in the first year, but in the third year you'll be able to achieve something. You know, and enjoy your life. Just because you have problems does not mean that you should not enjoy your life, and you should not. A friend told me a story that there was this man who was a lecturer of business, and he was teaching in one of the universities, and he started a business, and the business collapsed, and he found himself in a lot of debt, and the man could not even get out of his house to talk to anybody because he became so depressed. Yes. Because he thought that it's a perfect world and that his knowledge could not fail him. Not true. So you fight back. You look for the solutions within. You look for the answers within. You are not the problem. And everything that you put in your heart, all the things that when you were growing up you thought that you could achieve them, don't put them on hold. You know, a lot of us are putting our dreams on hold. No, don't put them on hold. You failed at it, go back again. You failed at it. We have failed several times. Do we give up? No, you never give up until we drop dead. Are we using the same old formula? No. We keep changing the formula to make sure that its update is correct, and that's why you see progress. You know, so you keep going. The people who have succeeded or who are somewhere, they may not share with you, but there are a lot of books, there are a lot of talks. People are sharing the ideas all the time. Get those ideas. You want to write a book and you put it down for 10 years? No. Go back, polish them, and start to do it again. You are on a project and you put it on hold because of finances. Go back and start to talk again. Your joy will when you succeed after the tough times, you see that all the pain, you will not even remember them. But a lot of people think that when they set out to do something, there should not be any problem at all. When there's a problem, it means that there's a demon. No. There's no demon. Fight back. Go back. I think that we have raised the superstition so high that people don't even dare to try anything. They don't even dare. They will tell you, go and fast, go and do that. No, set out something. Fight back. There are other people who are doing the same thing. The failure, don't worry. Whatever failure that you have experienced in life, don't worry about those failures at all. Make sure that you don't continue to repeat them in the same form, in the same stature. Get to another level where you know that yes, this problem is at a higher level, you know. And the more you are solving problems, you raise the height. If you're solving 100,000 revenue problem in this year, you're looking at, okay, how can my business go to 200,000 the next year? How can it go to 500,000 the next year? you know. And we are not talking of those who are just cheating to get ahead. We are talking of those who are using principles to get ahead, value system to get ahead. We are not talking of people who are just trying to cut corners everywhere. No, those people I don't think those are the people that you learn from. You want to learn, not those who are trying to just cut corners everywhere. No, whatever dream. That's it. The other day I asked my children, if you have a doctor who had A in school and stole during the exam, and you have the one who had E and didn't steal, and you get to the hospital, who would you want him to operate on you? And they said that they would want the E. And I asked them, why? They said that yes, because the other one didn't attend the class, he just bought the exam. So say the ones that you can learn from are the ones that who apply the right tools, the right skills, and those are the people that when you have difficulties and you talk to, they will be able to give you the right answers, not the ones who are just compromising every value just for a gain, you know. So problems, yes. If you want to become the president of Ghana, there will be problems. People will hate you. People will talk about you. People will lie about you. All the things that you did in primary school, they will go for them. If you want to become a very successful business person, yes, you have to handle a lot of, you have to overcome a lot of problems before you can become successful. There's no general who has gone to war successful in winning wars. He had the problem, he solved them, and he became a very good general, you know. So anybody, the teams, the football teams, they beat somebody in a tough moment. That's why they say that this is a successful business team or football team or successful player, because he stayed at a difficult moment and overcame. So you have to stay at difficult moment and overcome, you know, and the rest is for you to decide. Just as I said, that you are not the mistake, you are not the problem, you are separate. No competition. Don't look at competing with people to aggravate the so-called problem that you think you have. It's you and your destiny. It's you and your goals that you set for yourself. If somebody is successful, does not mean that you are failing, you know. So all this and a lot of sensitiveness, you know, sensitivity from the culture also affects us as to how people handle difficult moments. Because they compare too much. The sociology is the culture is so much communal. You know, somebody is so much inquisitive as to what's happening to you and all that. But you have to have that mind of a champion, that mind of an overcomer, that mind of somebody who's above these things. And if you can do that, nothing can stop you in achieving your goals that you set for yourself, whatever it is. You know, so. Thank you very much. Hey, God, see you. Okay, bye-bye.